Hello, Patty here, the country wife from Vermont, now living in South Carolina. How are you all? I hope you've had a wonderful week. I hope things have gone well in your family, in your home, in your church, in your work, in your school, whatever it is you do regularly, I hope it's gone well. Things have been pretty good here in many respects. We had last week, I told you we had some health concerns, and fortunately, they were fixed this week. The one thing I learned the first on the same day, I learned that I had a problem with a bile duct, which was kind of scary. And also I had a tooth abscess and needed a root canal. Not happy sounding, and I didn't think I was gonna be okay with it, but anyway, those things. On this week, I went for the consultation for the root canal, and actually the doctor, I guess I'll call him an endodontist, said, "Okay, are you ready? I'm ready to proceed." And I said, "What? You're going to do it now?" I wasn't prepared for that. He said, "Oh, you don't want to do it now?" I said, "Yes, I do. I want to get it done with, so I don't worry about it anymore." Anyway, so we did. He did a fabulous job. He was wonderful. It was great, and I am feeling very good about it. And there's the most pain is when they put in the injection to numb your jaw. Anyway, he was wonderful. I really appreciated him. And later that day, I got a phone call from my primary care office saying that the x-rays they'd taken had shown that actually I did not have an obstructed bowel, and that it was probably a virus, and things should be back to normal soon. And they are. If you want particulars, you can call me up or whatever. I'm not going to go into detail on here. That would be too embarrassing for everybody. But anyway, I'm feeling good. We're making progress. I still have intestinal problems, but I found that many old people have intestinal problems. Okay, organization. So this week we have done a little bit, and I've changed my outlook on things. I've decided to look at my house and say, okay, if someone else had to clean up this mess, is this item or that item something that they would want to keep? And if not, I'm moving them on. Some things I actually put in the trash, and one of the big issues we have here is paper. And so I am taking care of paper. And I'm going to try not to order any more books. We have a lot of books. I personally have a lot of books. Knitting books, crocheting books, weaving books, spinning books, religious books, cookbooks. We got enough books. I keep telling myself. And hopefully, if I say it enough times, loud enough, I won't buy another book. But we did get, I told you last time, we got a bookcase to put together, and we did manage to get all the parts upstairs. It was very heavy. So we took the pieces up a piece or two at a time, and they're upstairs now, and my husband has removed all the plastic and the packing and all that stuff, and so maybe soon we'll actually put that thing together, and then I can put the books on the shelves. And my plan is to, as I put books on the shelf, take a picture of them and then catalog them in my database so that I no longer buy books a second time, because I see them and think, oh, I've got to get that book, and I already have it. So organization is going to become my middle name. When we were doing, I'm sure that I told you last week that I found boxes of photographs that need to be digitized. And I've spent time since last week doing a lot of thinking about it. I actually ordered a flatbed scanner because it promised that you could scan books as well, that the cover would lift off so you could scan books. And it came last week, Saturday, and they lied. It did not. You could put in possibly a college ruled notebook, but that's it. You couldn't put in an actual book. So I sent that back, which of course my husband doesn't think it's a good idea, but I did. And I had thought about getting a fast photo printer, photo scanner, but I've put that on hold. I've decided to use the PhotoMine app, and I've purchased a couple of their items. I got a light tray so I can do that, so I can digitize our slides and our, what do you call them, negatives. So we'll have those also. And for the print things, I've got, I'm going to just use my phone, but I got there a tripod-like thing that has more variability, so I can actually get them in a good place. So anyway, I will report on how that goes next week. But I won't have the project done for quite a long time. So that's another thing. Also, I decided to organize the yarn. I told you that I'd organize the yarn and put it in big tubs, and I have put it in big tubs, but I need to organize them a little bit more from the non-superwash wool and the superwash wool in separate tubs. And so I'm breaking it down into a better, so I know exactly what I've got. The acrylic that I have, I've been organizing that and using that up. I'm so thrilled that more than half of the acrylic has been used. The acrylic of this one brand has been used. And I'll show you a project that I just finished this morning early, like at 5 o'clock this morning. Also, as organizing, I'm so thrilled that I found my containers of I'll show you what they look like. I have some bobbins of my hand spun yarn, and when I went to visit and have a spinning lesson a couple of weeks ago, my teacher said, okay, so those are nice, they're fairly consistent, but they're not spun enough. So we've got all these little bobbins. I took them off the big bobbins and put them on little bobbins so I could use the big bobbins to spin onto. And so now I know I need to add more twist. I actually took off the woolly winder on my spinning wheel, and I've gone back to the regular, oh, what the heck do you call that thing? The thing you put the bobbins on. Oh my gosh, I can't remember what it's called. I'll put it in the notes below when I remember it, unless I remember it before the end of this video. So anyway, so those I've been doing, and that was very exciting thing to have found those, because I'd put them away when I organized my corner here, but I couldn't find them, and now I found them. So that's spinning. I'm ready to go back to work on those things. And I would say that was all of the organization part for this week. Hopefully next week I'll have some good news on the organization front. Okay, 4, finished projects. Well, I mentioned this already. I finished the baby floor mat. I call it a baby floor mat because it's not really big enough to be a big blanket, But this is the corner, I think it's called a corner to corner. Basically, it's a diagonal garter stitch blanket. And I absolutely love it. It is thick and fat and just plain fabulous. I love it. I think the baby's gonna love it. It's so thick and soft that when the mom throws this down on the floor and puts the baby on it, the baby will like it. So I showed you last week the one that has the crocheted center with the garter stitch on the outside. I love garter stitch. I didn't realize how much I love garter stitch, but now this is done. I am very happy for that. And I'm going to try to show you some weaving. I'm not sure it's going to work, but I'll see if I can do it. Okay, here we come. All right. Okay, so this is the Ashford Knitter's Loom, and it is, obviously it's folded up. So this part, this is 2 towels that I've made. So the 2 towels are made, and the rest of the warp is going to be another towel. And I'm hoping to work on it some more today. I'm trying to do a little bit of work every day with this thing. It's a rigid heddle loom. I can open it up, but it's kind of, it wouldn't be reasonable to show it to you trying me opening it up. It's easy enough to do, and it's fabulous. I love this loom, and I can sit at the table and do it. It doesn't need to have a stand, and so I don't have a stand. Let me think. So those are the only things that are finished, and you could make a case that the weaving isn't finished because all the weaving isn't finished. Just the 2 towels are finished, and they are hem stitched. And the hem stitching, I'm getting better and better at that. I mean, I'm not fabulous, but I like how it's turning out. So next week, I hope to have completed all the warp, and can show you the towels as towels. Let's go back to the organization. I watched a video with someone who was organizing her yarn stash on Ravelry, and she showed how to do it. This was Nicole Knits. And Nicole, she spells it Knicole, knits. I'll put it in the show notes. It was excellent. She showed us how to do it. I hadn't done well with my stashed yarn. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to delete all the stash, but every yarn from now on that I purchase, I'm going to put in Ravelry. And this morning I put in 2 more batches of yarn that I got. And that way I will know what I have got. And I appreciate doing that. Okay, so let me think. I can't think. I have some plans, but I think I've decided that it's a bad idea to share plans, to say what I'm going to do, because often that is the quickest way to get things nixed. I don't do it. One thing I did do this week was I went to Hobby Lobby to get something that I've forgotten what it is right now. It was some fabric for something, and I can't remember what that was. And when I got to the counter, I found that the very nice lady that works there had 2 shopping carts full of yarn, and she was putting a price on them, and they were like $1.62 or $1.70. Everything was under $2 that I saw, and these are shopping carts full, and they were yarn that I have used. And so I broke down and I bought a bag full of yarn. I think I probably spent $30 or $40, And that I haven't put up on Ravelry, but I will, because I really do mean to be organized. I really need to. I'm feeling the pressure. I was telling my friend this morning when she came to knit that I don't know if the second coming is imminent, or if my husband is going to bite the dust, or I'm going to bite the dust, but I feel the need to get the house in order. And so we're having a community swap at our church next week, and or on the no on well whenever the, yeah next week on the 20th. And I hope to have a whole bunch of stuff to take over there so that other people can have them. The lovely thing about our yarns, it's not a yarn swap, it's a stuff swap. So you can bring anything. You can't bring underwear or socks, and things need to be in good order, and you have to put them on the right table yourself, because there's only so much life that people have in them. In the past, people have just dropped boxes of stuff, and the poor people that are running it have had to put everything out. But they're now asking we all put our stuff on the right table. But anyway, it's all free. It's all stuff we're giving away. And I think it starts at 11 o'clock. You can come from 8:30 in the morning till 11 to put stuff in there. And then at 11, the doors open, so to speak, and you can come to the tables. So we're very happy to have the people that are volunteer to set this up. So community swap next week. And I think that is it for this week. I thank you all for listening. I hope my children or grandchildren who might watch this find something of value here, and that my friends have a good time seeing that I still am the same old person that I always have been. Talk, 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 never getting anywhere. Anyway, best wishes to you all. So do good, be good. Let's do it now together. Thank you so much for watching. Bye now.